Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video will be Why 85% of Humanity Will Perish When the Inevitable Time Comes. Now, I say that because we have one God. If we have one God, why do we have so many different nationalities, religions, creeds, different things that are out there that are dividing mankind, or other forms of control, or other forms of deceptions, such as war, human trafficking, drug trafficking, people not being honest with each other, people being dirty to their friends or their families for their own gain and for their own survival mechanism of the human factor. And then you have corporate values replacing human values, and then people think, what went wrong? When no one's honest in their commitments, in their relations, in their businesses, they have to usually lie or sell some kind of a hope to somebody in order to gain a profit out of them. Same with the system here. As long as people see a benefit from you, they'll do whatever they can to get what they want from you. And when they get what they want from you, then they'll throw you out on the street like a piece of trash. And that's human beings. We're polluting the world. There's wars, there's deception, there's so much treachery even going against with other human beings happening in the world. So we wonder, if are we ever going to see peace in our life? And the world is being held together by the light of the righteous, those that have the righteousness in their heart and the innocence of a child in their hearts, in their souls, and in their beings. It's their prayers that are helping keep all of this together. Because those that are in deception, those that are exploiting men, women, they're degrading women in certain industries, they're degrading men in certain factions as well. And then you have the concept of the family being destroyed. No one's willing to go the extra mile anymore. It's all about just surviving on myself and throw the other person under the bus in a dog eat dog world. And you have a concept where it's all about the money, where profit is valued more than compassion for the human person in all systems of control that are out there. And then you think to yourself, how long can something like this go for before the floodgates open and the cycles are reborn again? This isn't the first time this probably will happen. Maybe it'll take, it has happened several times before where civilizations that were much more smarter than us and had much more better technology and ways of life had gotten to a point where humanity was beyond repair. And it reminds me a lot of the story of one about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where he was walking across the place and people gathered around him and threw rocks at him until he started bleeding. And he sat down and he cried after that. Then the archangel Gabriel appeared to him and said, O Prophet of God, give me the command and I will destroy this entire world because of their lack of morals, lack of humanity, and the just lack of empathy for their fellow man. And he said, no, everything has a right time and right place for it. And we need to continue doing the right thing. We live in a society now where you don't pay certain things on time. They don't care what you are, what you're going through. You're done. You have these people killing themselves over these jobs that would replace them the next day. And then they regret, why didn't I give myself enough time? Why didn't I give my family enough time? Just because you've been forced to be in this system where if you don't work, then you can't pay your bills. And then the people you have to pay your bills to, they don't care what you're going through. They value money over humanity. And we have enough resources in this world for the people that hold it, majority of the wealth, that majority of poverty and people's conditions can be wiped out times 10. And still they would have enough money to last them several lifetimes. But no, it's about greed, it's about control, systematic oppressions in the way things are set up. So we have to continue to hold the light. But this is an inevitable fact that will happen one day, probably within my lifetime, within the next 10 to 20 years, possibly earlier than that. Because humanity right now, everyone's worried about their own self. They don't care about the next person. It's just about how can I benefit myself and screw the other guy. When you have a society like that, when a society comes like that where it's a desire for greed, for money, for flesh, and all those things that take you away from humanity and having empathy for others, or you look down upon others because it's a different race or religion or country, then you lost the plot. Even if you're hiding behind different factor of, or you thinking that you're enlightened or different factors of spirituality, you're a deeply wounded person that has put a band-aid on your wound, and you are not fully healed. So you need to do the right thing, and while we still have the time, just love and respect each other. Love and respect each other and be the better example. Anyone can claim to be whoever they want to be, but ultimately it's your actions and the way that you carry your life will determine how people will perceive you and the impact that you're leaving behind for this world. Don't be the 85% who will perish. Be the 15% who are kind, who are noble, who don't expect anything from anybody, who will always do the right thing even if they have to lay themselves on the line several times over and lose everything in the process. Be that person, because they're the light that are holding this world together with their innocence and not deceiving anybody by selling them anything or getting them into false contracts or benefiting a corporation or a system or a job or being participatory in those things in order to ensure their own survival. They are also complicit in those systems of control. And over time, as you see people have this anxiety in them that something doesn't feel right about the things that are happening. And over time, it's going to continue to intensify. It's in the beginning stages right now. Even those that have money and resources, there's a certain lack of peace that they're missing in their lives. They don't have any peace because they've been a part of a system where they had to probably step over others to get to where they are. 9 out of 10, they had to do that. Or to sell out their own family and friends to get to where they are. 9 out of 10 have done that. And that's why 85% will perish. And the 15% will rebuild this world in a much, much better way when that time does come. I know my messages are always positive, but this is an unfortunate truth that has to be shared. If you look at the condition of the world right now, the politics of the world, the governments of the world, who is serving the will of the people? No one. They're all serving their own self. You look at these different systems of control and the different situations that people have to deal with. Jobs, schools, etc. You name it. The whole infrastructure of humanity. Who is it benefiting? Nobody. The people that are about greed and about control. And that's why it will all come crashing down and something new will be built upon it better, in a better way. So with the time that we all have, any day could be our last day. So with the time that we have, always do the right thing. Choose love, not fear. Love and respect one another. Turn the TV off. What have they done besides tell you yesterday, okay, now you gotta fear Muslims. Today you have to fear Chinese people. Now you have to fear Mexicans. What is this nonsense? So turn that off and stop feeding into their control of war, greed, and chaos, because that's never going to end. And just go outside and try to be the better example for your communities. That's what we need to do. Do that while we still have the time to do so. Love and respect to all of you. Do the right thing. Choose love, not fear. And my love and prayers to you and your family. Always enjoy the rest of March and what entails beyond in 2021. Thank you.